Hello again, it's me Amabelle and welcome to another video. For today, I'm gonna show you one thing that I really enjoy doing, and that's journaling. I admit that for the past weeks, I ran away from journaling for reasons that maybe a lot of people can relate. The past months has been really tough for all of us, and I think everybody will agree to me that we're like living in a constant nightmare. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's what I'm feeling. And it's crazy, really crazy. And that's definitely the reason why my mental health and other people's mental health has been greatly affected. So yeah, I skipped journaling for almost a month, I guess, because I don't really feel like doing it. But today, I decided to do one and film it because I realized that maybe the therapeutic aspect in journaling can help me cope up with what's happening and help me to carry on. And also to remind myself, and maybe you need it too, I hope that we never allow our minds to play tricks with us and let it stop us from the things that we are really passionate about. If you watch my other personal videos, you will know how this mental thing stopped me from pursuing a lot of things I'm passionate about. And that's not really good. So this time, not that I'm trying to shrug it off, but I definitely will not allow it to affect me that big to the point where I'll stop doing my passion again. So yup, here I am, finally doing a journal prompt after a period of hiatus. Just kidding. I decided to make this video also a time to chit chat and do a little life update or how's life lately. So here it is. I hope that you will not get bored to it or be tired of me speaking and telling you random stories. For the first month of quarantine, I can say that it's quite okay and my mental health is kind of stable, but eventually it got worse. Due to all the stress that the situation brings, it feels like I went back to this black hole again in an instant without even realizing it. I literally just froze and stopped doing things that I used to do, and I'm just so tired of everything. The last time I felt this way was, I guess, last year, so it's kind of difficult to survive this time, knowing that I've been doing well for quite a while already, but this COVID quarantine thing happened and broke me again. It made me feel really small again, and it makes me believe that I need to have everything figured out even when I don't really need to. It's hard to think and just be positive knowing that I thought I'm fine and I'm completely healed already just to be here in this place of darkness again. It's really hard. Plus the anxiety it brings is just really too much to handle. Well, at least for me. So for today's journal prompt, I decided to make things that I've learned this quarantine. Number 1, it's okay to rest, and it's a must to rest. So don't feel bad about it. In these trying times, it's so hard to continue and carry on, but please do. So rest. Number 2, it's okay if you don't have all things figured out yet. It's not our responsibility to figure out everything that will happen next. So let's try to calm ourselves every time we're thinking about it. Number 3 is never ever take even the tiniest things for granted. I hope that we make the most out of everything all the time. Number 4, value relationships. You will never know until when it lasts. Appreciate people around you, be there for them, and show them that you love them and you care for them. Last but definitely not the least, know that God is with us and will forever be here with us in every journey. We are never alone. So these lessons is what I always put in my mind. In the times where I feel absolutely numb and it feels like I'm losing myself in the middle of everything. I always find myself coming back to these life lessons, and I just keep on reminding myself that all things that's happening in our lives are meant to teach us a lesson. And I'm holding on to that. And honestly, it helps and it really keeps me sane. So if you're currently in the same situation as I am, I hope that you will keep on reminding yourself as well of these lessons. I hope that it will help you just as it helped me a lot. I am the kind of person who usually take things for granted unconsciously, especially the things that I will be talking about. So moving on to the next one, I feel like doing this prompt called Things I Should Not Take for Granted. These are just 3 basic things I used to take for granted, but I realized that I shouldn't. That's why I write it here so that I will not forget about it. Most of the times, the basic things are the ones that is so hard to maintain, isn't it? The thing about these are it's always there around, so we usually just let it slip on our way and don't pay attention to it as much as we do to other things. But today, let's be reminded to value these things more and not to let it just go and waste it or do absolutely nothing about it. So here are the 3 basic things that we should not take for granted. Number 1 is health. Everything we eat today or do with our body today will eventually have its consequences in the future. Number 2 is relationships. Again, some relationships won't last long, so value it now that it is still there. Number 3 and lastly, time. Never ever take time for granted, for we'll never know when it will be our last. Lastly, for today's journal is the part where I just wrote a life update and how this quarantine affects me in all aspects. Quarantine in a nutshell? Change. It definitely changed me. So here's the final overview of what I did today. And thank you so much for watching this video. See you on my next video.